Hello, hello. I have a newfound respect for anyone that does blooms regularly. This was the most nerve-wracking pour I have done ever. Like, honestly, how you do this all the time is beyond me. Oh, this is part of the Bloom collaboration organised by Amy, Petra, and Tina. I will pop their channels up now so you can have a little look. So here I am pouring my resin. I am very aware that I should have taken the temperature. I did order a thermometer and it did not arrive. And it is still not arrived. It has been lost in the post. So I'm winging it. And I'm going by the fact the cup feels warm-ish. So we're going to hope for the best that we might maybe get a bloom. You know, like I don't make my life hard enough as it is by doing a bloom, I've decided to do two with no thermometer. So here I am. I've got some little like crystals, and I'm going to put these in the center. I'm being hopeful that it's going to bloom, and that the center is, it's going to be a pretty middle. I'm just removing bubbles from the edge because this has got quite the edge in this coaster. This, yeah, I've not made any of this easy for myself at all. I have also got some Starry Night Sky pigments that they are so beautiful. Like they have this glisten. Oh, it's lovely. Really nice. Just gonna take the Starry Night Sky in a green and a blue colour and pop it round my centerpiece. I just wanted a bit of extra sparkle in there because, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go all out. You're all going to be very shocked. There is a lot of colour in these. A lack of black, which made my heart a bit sad, I'm not going to lie. So I've taken some alcohol inks and I have gone with purple on one side and I'm going to do blue on the other side. And I said, I'm not going any fancier. This is it. You can see my faff, like my hands just, oh, the anxiety on this. I don't have a special paste thing that a lot of you guys use for the blooms. So I'm going with what I've got, which is the Teexpert pigment paste. And I did 2 drops-ish. And that was in 20 grams of resin. So I'm going based on like what the other people have been doing. I've watched a lot of Resin Art by Amy M and a lot of Epoxylicious by Leanne resin blooms in the hope that I might make something that kind of resembles a flower. Then I'm just going to put my white pigment into a piping bag. I don't trust myself from the cup. And I have seen people do it with a little cocktail stick. I don't trust myself with that way either. I used to do baking, so we've gone with piping bag in the hope that I'm playing to my own strengths and I might not make a complete disaster of it. I've just taken a micro brush and I'm just swirling the colours. It didn't spread quite as much as I wanted it to, but I don't know if the resin was too cool or too hot because I don't have my thermometer. So I'm giving it a swirly whirly just so it wasn't so blobby colour. And then I didn't like how far or how not far the purple had spread. So I do go around and just add extra alcohol ink around the outside to give it some more colour. I don't know if swirling the alcohol ink like this makes any difference at all, but it made me feel better. So at this point, I'm not really bothered if it made a difference because I felt a little bit more in control. On the purple one, I'm going for just the round around. I am trying really hard to keep a steady stream and not blob anything. And then I get annoyed at myself because my circles were not very circular. And then on the blue flower, I'm going with some wigglies. This is some very technical terms going on here. As I was doing this one, was like, oh my God, I'm going to have loads of those blob things that you see on people's. I did not want blobs. Like, if it doesn't bloom, I'm not bothered, but I don't want blobs. I think watching so many people do this with such ease, you've got to leave it all up to the resin. Like, don't get me wrong, doing other pours, you're leaving it all up to the resin because resin does what resin wants. But this was a whole other ball game. Yeah, no, I can't say I will be doing this again anytime soon. I might have another go once I get a thermometer just to see like the difference it makes knowing the temperature. Now I did some dragging out and then I was looking at it, I was like, this looks like a spider web. What have I done wrong? I was like, oh yeah, you got to pull some bits in. But pull some bits in to make some petals, not a web. However, I don't know what it'd look like if you just pulled out. I might have to go and have a look, see if somebody else has done it. And then I am just going in and doing exactly the same on the blue flower, trying to get any of those little bits that I think are blobbing. This collaboration has definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone, which is a good thing. But I can't say that blooms are for me just in terms of as a person. It just doesn't suit my personality, I don't think. So I'm done and I'm hoping for the best. Now that's gone off and that's sort of like semi-cured. So now I'm going to do the backing colour. I have gone with a blue and a green for the backs. I'm going to give them both different backing colours. And the blue is going to go with the blue flower and the green is going to go with the purple flower. I am adding some chunky glitter. This green chunky glitter is glow in the dark. I don't know if that's going to make any difference. And then I am putting a nice chunky glitter into the blue as well. It's got some different colours in it. It's very pastel-y. This felt very brightly coloured for me as well. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, just felt very strange. So I'm going to demold, and I'm going to demold the blue first. There was a random bit of white resin just chilling, because, you know, like they do. But I am not actually disappointed. I think that's a pretty damn good first try. Like, yeah, like, not amazed. I think the lines on that one were a bit thick. But then again, I don't know if the resin temperature was even close to what it was supposed to be. So I am still impressed that it even flowered. It looked like a flower. And in this one, I can't get the detail to pick up on the camera. And I think that my backing colour didn't help. But it actually bloomed. Like, guys, I made a bloom. Like, I did a thing. I made a whole bloom. It bloomed. It didn't wilt. Like, honestly, the pure excitement. Like, this part, I understand why you do blooms. However, I could not do this all the time. My heart, yeah, no, I couldn't take it. So here's the glamour shots. Thank you very much for bearing with me. And take a look at the playlist in my description and have a look at all the other amazing blooms that I'm sure everyone else is going to have created. But thank you guys very, very much for encouraging me to come out of my comfort zone. Bye for now.